Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle your favorite companies and expose their hidden financial secrets. Today, we're diving into United Security Banch's latest filing, and let's just say it involves numbers. But what do those numbers really mean for you and me? Grab your popcorn. This one might have a few surprises. Alright, so what we have here is a standard report filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You know, the folks who keep an eye on public companies. This specific document is called a Form 8K, and it is basically a heads up about important events that happen between their bigger, more detailed reports. Think of it as a company, S Public, Ivy got something to tell you, announcement. The main event they're reporting happened on the 16th of October, 2025. Now, this report is about their financial results, specifically for the quarter and the first 9 months that ended on the 30th of September, 2025. That means we're getting a look at how they performed financially during the summer and the first 3 quarters of the year. United Security Bancshares is a publicly traded company, meaning you can buy and sell their stock on an exchange. Their stock trades on NASDAQ, a pretty well-known stock market under the ticker symbol UBFO. Having your stock on NASDAQ means the company is big enough and meets certain standards to be listed there. It is where a lot of tech and growth companies are found, but banks are there too. Now, the juicy part, their financial results. This section is all about how the company is doing making money and managing its money. They announced their results for the quarter and the 9 months ending the 30th of September, 2025, through a press release. This is basically their way of telling the world, here is how we did. The press release itself is attached to this filing as Exhibit 99.1. Think of exhibits as the supporting documents for the main report. This press release is where you define the nitty-gritty details of their financial performance, things like revenue, profit, and other key numbers. While the 8K tells us that they released results, the press release is where the actual numbers live. Now, you know how sometimes companies put out glowing press releases that might make things sound better than they are. This filing includes a little disclaimer. It says that the information in this part of the report and the press release isn't considered officially filed for legal purposes under certain sections of the securities laws. This is common, and it essentially means that while they re-sharing the information, they not taking on the same level of legal responsibility for it as they would for other parts of their filings. It's a bit of a legal maneuver, but it doesn't change the fact that the numbers are out there for everyone to see. And who is signing off on this report, giving it the official? Okay, it is David A. Kinross, the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. As the CFO, he is one of the top people responsible for the company S Financial Health and Reporting. His signature means the company has reviewed and approved this information that is being shared with the public. So, what is the takeaway here? United Security Bancshares has shared its latest financial performance. Typically, these press releases are packed with numbers about how much money they've made, how much it cost them to make it, and what profits are left over. We be looking for things like their net income, that is the bottom line profit. We also check their revenue, which is the total money that came in from their business operations. Are these numbers going up or down compared to last year? Are they growing faster or slower than their competitors? For a bank like United Security Bancshares, key metrics usually include things like their net interest income, which is the difference between the interest they earn on loans and the interest they pay out on deposits. They also report on their loan portfolio quality, checking for things like non-performing loans, which are loans that borrowers are struggling to repay. They might also talk about their capital ratios, which show how much of their own money they have compared to the money they've borrowed. These are all critical indicators of a bank's stability and its ability to make money in the future. Without seeing the actual press release, we can't get into specific numbers, but the significance of this filing is that it marks the official release of that performance data. Investors, analysts, and even everyday people interested in the company will be scrutinizing that press release for clues about the bank, S Health, and its prospects. A strong report could boost their stock price, while a weak one could lead to a drop. It's the constant cycle of financial reporting that keeps the market moving. Looking at this filing, the primary purpose is to make these financial results public. It is not about complex strategic shifts or major business deals in this particular filing. It is about reporting the fruits of their operations. The story here is simply how well the bank performed financially during the reported periods. Did they grow their customer base? Did their lending activities increase? Were they able to manage their expenses effectively? These are the kinds of questions that the numbers in the press release referenced in this 8K are designed to answer. Now, for my 2 cents, filing an 8K to announce financial results is standard practice. The real analysis happens when you look at the actual numbers within the press release. If United Security Bankshares reported strong earnings growth, increasing net interest income, and a stable or shrinking number of bad loans, that would be a positive sign. It would suggest they are effectively managing their core banking business. Conversely, if revenue is stagnant or declining and bad loans are on the rise, then we need to dig deeper to understand why. Are economic conditions impacting loan repayment? Is competition hurting their ability to attract new customers or make profitable loans? A key risk for any bank is the economic climate. If interest rates go up or down significantly, it can impact a bank's profitability. Also, if there is a recession, people and businesses are more likely to struggle to repay loans, which can hit a bank's financials hard. United Security Bankshares, like all banks, needs to navigate these economic waters carefully. In conclusion, this filing is mostly a marker, a formal announcement that financial results are available. The true insights lie within that accompanying press release. It is essential to look beyond the formality of the filing and focus on the substance of the financial data to understand United Security Bankshares' current health and future potential. Alright, that's our quick decode of this United Security Bankshares filing. What are your thoughts on how banks report their results? Do you think these filings are transparent enough? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description for more in-depth financial discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.